All in auto, guys. So I'm gonna take you step by step how to put a crank sensor in a '09 all-wheel drive GMC Acadia. So here's the first thing that you gotta take off: the support, this bracket, 4 15mm bolts. Second thing is the heat shield, 3 10mm bolts. After you get the bracket out, get that off, the next thing you're going to have to do is take your exhaust off. Just unplug your O2 sensors. You don't have to take them out, just unplug them. Depending on if anybody's been in there, I don't know what size bolts they are, but probably between 9/16 and 5/8 bolts to take the exhaust off. Next thing you're going to have to do is, once you get the exhaust off, get this off, you got this little heat shield here. You got this little buddy here. You got a 15mm right here, and you got a 10mm right there. And what you're going to need for this job, to do this job, is you're going to need a swivel, a 15-inch socket, whatever your preference is on your tools. I don't know what you guys got, whatever, but this is what I used. This is what I'm going to show you what I used. This is how I did it. And this was not the easy job. It's pretty hard. There's no room. There's nothing. It's hard to get to. Super hard to get to, really. So I'm just going to show you guys, all right? So here I am on the passenger side of the vehicle. Let me get my light. We're all getting on here. And I'm going to show you guys. Don't ever buy a goddamn all-wheel drive Acadia. Okay? So, I was like, fuck, man. I was like, Jesus Christ, how am I going to get to the sensor? So, hold on. I got a light up here, too. Hold on. Let me turn this on. So, you see where my light is shining? You point up there. You can't even see where this sensor goes. It goes way, way up in there. I could probably get my camera up in there and show you guys. Or my phone. Let me put it that way. But, shit. I ain't focused. Hold on. So, there's our knock sensor, right? There's our knock sensor. Looking at something I don't need to be looking at. Oh man, this thing's... I mean, I'm telling you right now. Am I facing to focus? Alright, so here's our knock sensor. You go all the way over there. You see a hole? You guys see it? I don't know if you guys see it. I can't even tell if that's the right fucking hole. But anyway, so if you ever want to do a crank sensor on this car, man, your crank sensor is way over that way somewhere. I can't even get my phone in there to even show you guys, really. It's This is not an easy job. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Um, so what I did is the I took the support out here. It's four bolts. It's two on this side, two on that side. I dropped that down. Then you got to unbolt your exhaust right there, and then you come back farther toward here. Had to bolt it off there. Had to bolt it off here and right here. So then there was a heat shield right here. It's three 10 millimeter bolts, okay? So you get that off, okay? Now you can see where you need to be. So once you get to this point, there's a heat shield that covers your knock sensor and your crankshaft sensor. Hold on. So there's a 15 milli. I can't do it. There's a 15 milli right there, and there's a 10 milli. Oh, this is in the way. There's a 10 milli right there. So you take the 10 milli out and the 15 milli out, and you pull that cover off. Well, guess what? You can't see your 10 millimeter, your bolt for your crank sensor. So what I did, and let me tell you guys, this was not easy to do. But when you got to do something, you got to fucking do it. And I'm 6'4", 270 pounds. So just my vehicle is jacked up as high as I can get it. That's it. I have no more room. So I'm in between the wheel. So I laid on my side and I stuck my arm up in there. Well, here, this is what I use to get my this is what I use to get the crank bolt out. A 1/4 inch Milwaukee with a swivel and a long 10 millimeter. And what I did was I stuck it up. Oh shit. You guys can't see this shit. But I stuck it up through here. Okay? See, man, I stuck it up through there. And then I took my right arm and I had to wedge it up in there and grab that socket and take my left arm and grab my my ratchet, okay? Now, how am I going to put it back in? I don't know. I could probably do it the same way I took it apart. Just stick my arm up there, screw it back in a little bit, and then put my my extension and my swivel back over here and get it back in that way. But let me tell you, this job is not easy. This job is hard. It's difficult. I mean, really, I thought about doing it different ways. Like maybe I can just unbolt the bracket for the axle and just get that, drop it down or jack it up or whatever way. But this is the easiest way I found. You just stick your arm up in there, man. And then once you get your arm up in there, you can feel the bolt on the crank sensor. Then you stick your extension up through there with a swivel and grab it and then stick it on the bolt and take it out. And that's how I did it, to real talk. That's for real. And I found that to be the easiest way, man. Really, it's just a lot of work just to do this. Like I said, you got to unbolt the exhaust there. Exhaust here. And exhaust here. And then you got a heat shield that goes over here. You got to take that down. That's three 10 millimeter bolts, and there's another heat shield covering the knock sensor and the crank sensor, which is just one 15 millimeter bolt and one 2 millimeter bolt. And yes, you will need a long extension, and yes, you will need a swivel. Oh shit. Yep. But that's what you're gonna need, guys, to do a crank sensor on a all-wheel drive Acadia. Doesn't matter if it's Acadia, Buick Enclave, uh, Traverse, or whatever you got. If it's a 3.6 all-wheel drive, that's what you're gonna have to do to get that sensor out. And that's what it is. So you're gonna have to pull all that shit off, and then you're gonna have to go up like this, like I did. Like here, I'm gonna show you what I did. So I took this and I went up through here like that. You see my socket up there? And I got on that bolt. I got on that bolt on my crank sensor. And I had my other arm that I'm holding my phone in right now. I stuck my other arm in there somehow and got up in there and put it on the bolt, and I got it out. Yes, it's difficult. It's hard to do. But if you want something bad enough, you get it done. If you got something that needs to be done, you get it done. You know, what you do is you get pissed off and you're like, fuck this piece of shit. Fucking sick of dealing with it. But at the end of the day, you know, what are you going to do? You're going to lose money or you're going to make money? I bought this fucking piece of shit for $850 and I'm paying the cost. So I'm dumping money into it. I'm probably into it for $2,000, $2,300. It's a pretty nice car. It's 09 Acadia. It's got 170,000 miles. I put a new timing chain, new starter, new battery, new brakes all the way around, spark plug. You know, this is going to be a nice car for somebody. It just keeps getting frustrating that, you know, you fix one thing and something else happens. So, but that's where I'm at. If you guys need some tips and shit on doing this shit, if you ever go through this, let me know. I'm going to tell you the easiest way to do it. I'm going to tell you how to do it. I did it the easiest way. You're not getting around taking the exhaust off. You're not getting around taking this brace off. You're not getting around taking them heat shields off. This is what you got to do. So if you guys ever had this problem, just hit me up. But that's what I'm going through. We'll see what happens tomorrow when I put it in. Hopefully I can pull it out and just go wash it and clean it up and then post it for sale. Man, this thing just been keep asking me to put money into it, and like I said, I got it for cheap, so I can afford to do a little bit, but I'm pretty much at the point now, like, I'm not going to keep dumping money in this thing. But, yeah, this thing has been, something. This thing's been something. It's been one thing after another with this car. And I know already somebody's been down there and replaced the crank sensor because I looked at it. And it's a Bosch. So somebody's already done it once. But I guarantee you ain't nobody replaced the timing chain. And that's probably why they did that. So we're gonna get that done tomorrow, knock that out, put it all back together, clean everything up, make everything nice, and start it up and hopefully drive it out of here. We'll see.